We've started coding and robotics for kids last 6 months, and our children have been going to classes on the weekends and after classes in order to meet the requirements of the curriculum, which means that they have to take the studies for about 8 weeks in order to accomplish the curriculum. This was kind of motivated by the fact that Marsabit is considered one of the most illiterate counties in Kenya, and also in terms of digital literacy, Marsabit should be like one of the least exposed counties, not just with the children but also with the adults. This initiative is first of its kind in northern Kenya, particularly in Marsabit area, and what we've seen is that many people who especially have been able to see what our kids have done, especially when we participated in Marsabit County Trade Fair. There are institutions, especially private schools, which has also shown interest in doing the same, and there are also some parents who have also reached out to us to allow the children also to take part in this. So I think what will happen is as many people get exposed to this, I'm sure very many people will also want their kids to be part of this. We've been marginalized for a long time, and this is an opportunity to help our children to catch up with the rest of the other children in this country. And also within the CBE competencies, digital literacy is part of it. And by exposing our children this early to digital learning, coding, and robotics, it will help our children to kind of develop another competency, that is critical thinking and creativity, as they face the world together with the rest of other Kenyans. Thank you. This will really support our local economy by creating a big kind of army of innovators. People are seeking to come up with solutions to meet day-to-day challenges that we meet within our community. One of the things that we also struggle with is animal cattle rustling. One of the innovations is how to help the herder to track and also to kind of sense when the rustlers are around to take away the livestock. If we will be able to solve this, then we'll have so many things. When your cattle are stolen from you, it's an economic issue because sold poor. And when your cattle your cattle is stolen from you, another thing is it's a conflict, and by solving that, contributed to cohesion and peace of this country, of this county, and by extension, the economy, because economy can only thrive where there is peace.
Today we are witnessing the launch of Coding and Robotic Club for our Cohort 1. We managed to train a total of 137 young kids from the age of 9 to 12 years old. And we are glad that we have seen a very big impact in terms of changing their mindset, the creativity, the innovation aspect. So we are seeing these young kids are able to come up with the real solutions to the challenges they are witnessing within their community. And we are glad that they have been able to develop robotic cars that are able to solve problems within our country.
People are afraid that AI and all that tech stuff is going to take their jobs. First and foremost, tech is here to help us. What we do mostly in PowerTech is we teach students to integrate with technology, to work with technology and make themselves better. Because a few years back, when technology when artificial intelligence wasn't that vast in the world, something like a task for, let's say, coding will take approximately 2 months to finish. But with AI now, when you work with it, you can complete the same task that used to take 2 months. You can complete it in, let's say, a month or less. So it's all about integrating with tech. It's all about working together with tech. People should not fear technology. What they should do is embrace it, because when you embrace technology, what you'll get is you'll get a positive feedback.
My name is Diram Galgalo from Sitam Gororkesa CDC. I develop a project on how to create a simple robotics car, that will help to eliminate road accidents in our country. You know, the most problem that our people face in our country is road accident. So we are trying to come up with an idea to solve this problem. We start on April. When I grow up, I would like to be an engineer, electrical engineer. I like this project because it can solve many challenges that our people face in our countries. Challenges like road accidents on roads.
In this age, if we ignite our young children here to have the knowledge and they work with the diversity of the new technology that now is coming in, now we have hope in the next future, because now we have many children here, but each and every person is having a dream, and the only dream of each and every person is not constant in one place, but it will go and diverse in all estates, all countries, and Kenya as a whole, or East Africa. So by this state where people are diversing in every states, we get that people are merging and bringing all the diversity into one place and giving out and protruding new technologies in different states, and this one will better our future, and we hope for a better generation.
We have developed a project which is called Smart Security System. We have developed this project because in offices, in big offices, mostly corruption happens. So in our project, everybody has a card with their information. So when they save it, there are some parts we have used to build this project. So why we have developed it is to avoid corruption. So the door does not open if the person is not authorized. So I want to be a civil engineer when I grow up.
So our pilot programs began here in Marsabit. So we are happy that today, as we launch the club, we onboard all the guys we trained in Cohort 1. So the kids you are seeing in front of you are just part of the big team. So far, so good. We have completed training for 150, and the ones who are ongoing, we have 487. So we are uh, planning to diversify across Kenya and go to other parts of Africa so that this dream becomes a reality. Now, in terms of skills, and in our case, we see the results of the intervention. So personally, I've actually been amazed by what the kids have been able to achieve in a very short time. Because for us, we also offer a holistic kind of education where we also boost their confidence. Because we know by the time they have their solutions, they will need to market them. So we have seen them transform from very shy children to a point where they can be able to stand and explain what they are doing. Now, there are three keynote projects we were able to see. After we trained these kids on sensors and what they could do, there was some of them made cars, and they were inspired by the accidents which happen in Kenya. So they said because of most of these accidents come because of head-on collision, and maybe the driver is asleep. They said we can come up with a sensor that can detect any obstacle in front, and then if the person is about to cause an accident, then the car will stop automatically. So to me, that was very thrilling, because I know if a child of 9 years old can think that way, by the time they are 15, they will be doing wonders. I've also seen others. There are more and more. We can't actually mention all of them here, but one of it was also very localized here. They developed a livestock protection system, because this area is prone to banditry and theft of livestock. So they were able to look at their own challenges, and then developed a system whereby even if the owner of the livestock, here we do camel, goats, and So even if the owner is away, they can install sensors so that if a thief comes in, then the owners, wherever they are, they will be notified, the police, the neighbors, and then the cows will be protected. Coding and robotics, artificial intelligence, data science, these are courses which are perceived for the guys in the universities and those who are doing masters and other complex things. However, we have come up with a very simple way to make it very easy for the kids to understand. Now, what we use is what we call the computer-human analogy. So we explain to them how the computer works, that is the input-output processor, that it takes in information, processes it, and gives information. Then we do that analogy with them themselves. So we say, for example, if they see a snake, that is an input, and then the brain knows that the snake is poisonous. So what happens is that the brain will send a message to the legs for them either to run away or to shout for help. Now, once they understand the aspect of input, process, and output, then we tell them we can be able to manipulate the process. Just the same way that a 1-year-old baby cannot run away from snake. The baby will actually go and touch the snake because it has not been programmed that the snake is dangerous. So what we do to these children is that we allow them understand that the same way a human can take in information, process, and act on the information, that is how computer works. Now the analogy comes now to robotics.
It's always what government and what the government has done so far in the education sector. It has done a lot of work to help better give learners better knowledge. But you see, there's always that gap that even as much as they have tried, there's always that loophole, and therefore you see partners coming in, such as PowerTech, to better boost the government to instill this knowledge to the learners as well. Because you understand, this knowledge does not rely on the government solemnly. It also relies on us as communities, and that's why you see partners like Compassion that we do have. They now have come together with the communities to bring the kids to be taught by PowerTech solutions. And this one shows the community initiative. It shows that that families and even parents are ready to give their children to be taught so that they can better be good people in the society as well. Because as much as they are being taken to school, what are some of the things that can aid their learning to be better people? So this is an initiative that does not only start with me, but also starts with you as a person. If you're seeing kids coming here to learn, what are you doing to better help them in the facilities? Have you gone there to see what kind of learning tools do they have? What are the challenges that they do have? That this is something that does not solely rise to the government, but rests on us. And that is what you see has happened here today. Actually, what brings me hope the most is when I pass the knowledge that I have to the learners, I know that I'm inspiring the next generation. And my knowledge is not going to be used for me for my own beneficial gain, but for this young learner. Because I know one day he'll remember that once upon a time, someone once taught me that when we have such a problem of banditry and we can instill this security system, and one day he'll be able to propose that to the government or to maybe the partners that may be coming in that time, because he has the knowledge. Maybe probably by that time I may not be alive, but the legacy that I've left in him is going to better the communities that are going to come in the near future. Train these young kids that you